I know the sunlight is strong today and the shadows are fierce, but who could not be outside on a beautiful day like this? So here I am. There is great rejoicing in Whoville. Bud Light sales are down around 21%, and their corporate loss is in the billions of dollars. The company regrets the loss, of course, but they know this will not be their undoing. They will survive as a company and a brand. There is great outrage this year over Target, who has been honoring Pride Month for at least 10 years. And while their stock decline signals another $9 billion loss, Target knows they will sustain this protest. It will eventually die away, and Target will continue on. Whether it's North Face, Nike, or Disney, they all know that they will survive these light and momentary struggles. The Epoch Times recently reported, and rightly so, companies believe backing transgenderism will win them more long-term cash because it has the approval of the global regulatory powers. In other words, they can sustain protest. They have big money behind them, and there's big money to be made. Do any of you remember the movie We Were Soldiers, 2002, Mel Gibson? It's set in 1965 Vietnam. An American base was being attacked, and the lieutenant colonel that Gibson portrays is ordered to take 400 men and eliminate the North Vietnamese attackers, not knowing that there are 4,000 of them. The battle rages through the night, and with the help of air support, Gibson's unit is able to survive with many lives lost. But the Vietnamese command comes to the battlefield after the Americans leave, saying the Americans think this was their victory. So this will become an American war. The Americans take heart in their victory, not stopping to think that there are about 1 billion Chinese soldiers waiting to fill these ranks again. As soon as the Americans are airlifted out, the landing zone immediately reverts to the North Vietnamese in their control, and the American offensive accomplished absolutely nothing. Now, apply that idea to Bud Light, Target, Nike, North Face, Disney, Adidas, and a host of others. We will not bring these companies down. We're going to give them a bee sting. Transgenderism is a lucrative, global, many-faceted money-making machine for all involved. Despite the Bud Light protest, there are new transgender promotional initiatives almost every day. No company wants to miss out on the cash cow. Our protests won't stop it. The pockets are too deep. The money they lose now will be more than restored in a new transgender-driven economy. It's a coordinated effort of the World Economic Forum, big tech, big pharma, governments, the medical establishment, schools, and businesses. It's why they have all joined hands to push the acceptance of transgenderism on a largely unwilling population. Transgenderism guarantees an almost endless profit stream. So what are we to do? First of all, I would say, let's keep up the protests and the boycotts, whether the school district, stores, businesses, or governmental actions. Despite the limited effectiveness of these protests in the long run, we should still be true to our consciences. Though we may not win the culture war, we will be faithful to our Lord. Second idea, perseverance is the key. If companies know that this will just blow over, they will wring their hands for the camera and for their loss, but turn a blind eye to the situation because they know their business will return. But if it's a continuing effort, there will at least be some effect. It may mean you never buy Nike again, or never support Disney in any way, or never shop at Target again. But remember, there's a price to pay for morality. But the bottom line in my mind is that we become consumers with a conscience, which as Christians we were always supposed to be. But somewhere along the way, materialism and consumerism became acceptable sins, and we managed to merge Christianity and greed and sleep at night. But it's long overdue time to separate the two again and become faithful, conscientious Christians.